removed. For example, do you remember
Wayfair.
when Jet used to say this?
Just let them try to me. Coming. Let's.
Or when Viper used to say this?
Make them beg.
I'm just kidding. Well, as those of you might never remember, you might recall when the gun icons used to be different. The Phantom was one of the guns that had a completely different look than it does now. Also, the Vandal was different, but ended up being pretty similar to what it is now. How about the old main menu? Do you remember what it looked like? It was very, very basic, but honestly, if that was the menu to this day, it would still look pretty good. When Valorant first came out, there was a huge problem with cheaters. I mean, it was bad. Valorant has created its own anti-cheat system, which is called Vanguard. But did you know it has two different modes to it? One is kernel mode driver, which runs as soon as you boot up your PC, and the second is the client, which constantly checks to make sure that you aren't running a cheat as soon as you start Valorant. Though Valorant still has cheaters, it has helped detect a lot of cheaters over the years a lot better. Do you remember when the Valorant ranks were different? They were originally called Mercenary, Soldier, Veteran, Hero, Legend, Mythic, Immortal, and Valorant. Due to avoiding being a Valorant in Valorant, Riot updated the ranking system to what it is today. We are doing a Valorant points giveaway in our Discord. Come join to enter, and make sure to subscribe and click this video.
As a kid, my parents and I I'm from Atlanta. Please like and subscribe. When I was a kid, my parents and I had adventures all the time. We played hide and seek, we fought monsters in our backyard, and I even saved Mom from a mean old pirate who tried to steal the last piece of pie. My life was fantastic, but when I turned 3, Mom gave birth to an evil witch named Genevieve. From the moment Jen was born, she used her beady blue eyes to cast a spell on my parents and turn them into her evil minions. Genevieve, we love you more than anything in the world. Here you go, honey. Hey, I was playing with that. Jen started walking at 9 months old. At 2, she could write her own name, and at 3, she could do the alphabet without making any mistakes. When Jen was 7, she won her first national spelling bee. She got a huge cash prize, and the reporter came over to interview her for the cover story of a magazine. I'd like to thank my parents. I couldn't have done this without them. We're so lucky to have a genius daughter. She's our pride and joy. My parents kept gushing about Jen for hours as I sat in the corner. When the reporter finally said it was time for pictures, I joined my family for a photo, but Jen insisted that I stay out of it. My parents tried reasoning with her, but she was beyond reason. It's my moment, and she'll ruin my image with her stupidity vibe. Like, my brain sees pictures with this special lens, and I'll be able to feel her dumbness every time I look at the pictures. I can't explain how my brain works, just make her go. So Mom gave me some money for ice cream and told me to wait outside while the photo shoot happened. A couple of months later, I came home from school and found Jen sitting on my bed, and all my stuff was gone. Mom and Dad said I could switch. This room's bigger and has more space for my trophies. But this is my room. Mom, Dad, make Jen give me my room back. Lola, stop being ridiculous. You don't need a room this size. You don't have any trophies.
Jeannie, do you need anything? Should I put up some more shelves? A new bookcase?
I was so mad, I threw myself on the ground and started screaming. This sucks. I'm leaving, and I'm never coming back. I'll show you. I'll get a new family that will appreciate me. I stormed out of the house. I got to the driveway and realized I had nowhere to go, so I decided to hide out in my treehouse. But then something crazy happened. My stomach started rumbling, and I searched through my pockets to find a candy bar. Then out of nowhere, this girl appeared and snatched it out of my hand. Hey, that's mine. This is my treehouse. Get out. I don't see your name on it. It's written right there. Oh, then the strange girl wrote the word Madison on the wall. I guess we're roommates now. We'll just have to share. Then she tossed me half the candy bar. Madison and I spent the rest of the day together, and she was pretty wild. She told me about all the adventures she'd had in the neighborhood. I found a skeleton in the neighbor's backyard. No way! The old lady across the street is an alien. I saw a spaceship in her garage. Madison made up fun games for us to play. We had a spitball fight and threw water balloons at the neighbors as they walked by. Then my mean old parents told me to come inside for dinner. They didn't even miss me or remember that I'd been upset. After that, when I wasn't at school or watching Jen at spelling bees, I'd run out to the treehouse and spend time with Madison. One time, we were pretending to have a sword fight in the backyard. It's over for you, Madison. Give up now. You'll never take me alive. Suddenly, Jen appeared out of nowhere. Lola, who are you talking to? Madison, duh. Who's that? I turned around to introduce Madison.